We're looking at a weekly chart for Tesla. Tesla had been in a range lately, but it broke out in the middle of next week and headed higher. And could it continue to go even higher more? The indications are yes. We'll take a look at those indications right now. But before we do, remember this is fine. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm simply looking for patterns in the market. Be sure to do your own due diligence before trading. All right, weekly chart. Here's the trend line that we had marked earlier and a trend line coming from the bottom up. Let's see if I can show you that. In short, this trend line, nice, that looks good. In short, this trend line and this one here was showing a downward channel, but it was also showing constricting price. You could see the price getting smaller and smaller, tighter and tighter, and it had been doing so since about the middle of October. So almost 2 months. Remember, this is a weekly chart. The price on Tesla had been getting smaller and more constricted, which usually indicates a pretty big move once it gets so tight. Now, that's exactly what happened. If I look at the daily, though, there was also something else. Here's a daily chart, and you can see from the 14th of November, so basically for the past month, Tesla had almost been in this complete range, completely in this range of this low and this high, just bouncing back and forth. So we were looking for two things from Tesla. It was, when was Tesla going to break out of this red range? And when was Tesla going to break out of this tightening, constricting wedge that we were seeing beautifully here on the weekly chart? This and this. In fact, let me show you that on the daily as well. Yep, look at that. I'll go ahead and get rid of this one. Yeah. See how clear that was? Well, the middle of last week, Tesla broke out of both of them at the same time, which is fantastic. We love to see that. We love to see price break two patterns at the same time. This is the daily chart on Thursday, broke right above that resistance and right out of that wedge. And Friday gave us another nice green day. And it just kind of indicates if you look at the chart and the candles, look at that weekly. Doesn't that kind of signal to you a continuing move upward? It's got this nice wick here down on the bottom, a nice green candle closing toward the top of the candle, above that weekly high, above the previous weekly high. Kind of indicates price may want to go on up. And I've seen people on Twitter who I follow for advice and try to make sense of things indicate price may eventually go on up to this 300, basically the top of this weekly. What is that weekly? Back in July. Would not surprise me. Now, does that mean Tesla is going to do that in 1 week up to 300? No, it really doesn't. It hasn't been that high in almost half a year, so about 20, 25 weeks. Does that mean it'll take 25 weeks to get back up there? No one can say. No one has any idea. But everything is looking like Tesla's wanting to move higher. In fact, do I see another channel here that's kind of giving me, let me play around with this here. Let me see if my mind can make sense of this or if I'm just imagining something. I don't think I'm imagining something. Look at that. Looks like to be another rising wedge on the weekly, or rising channel on the weekly, starting back in the 23rd of October when the markets all around started making big moves up. So we've got a lot of lines here. This one's eventually probably already, I'll leave it there just for context, but I could go ahead and delete that one because it did break out of the wedge. Look at that. Another pattern has formed over the past 2 months on this weekly chart. Guys, it would not surprise me if Tesla continued to move up on the next weekly up in the 262, 263, 264. Does that mean it will? If I knew that, I'd be rich and wouldn't be making YouTube videos like this. I cannot predict. I'm a terrible predictor of price. I can only look at clues and try to decipher and determine and come up with a plan. But I like it. I am long Tesla. I took this break when it broke, and so I'm long Tesla. We'll see what happens. The top we're looking for is the top of this channel, or the top of this channel. The bottom, if it actually starts falling, and it can, guys, it can fall. There is absolutely nothing indicating it can't fall. You could still find it down below this, what was resistance back, this 246, and then you might look for it to hit this channel right here before deciding what to do. Again, that's that weekly channel. Okay, that's that weekly channel going up. So if price comes down and breaks this red support and moves on down, look for it to hit this 240 and then say, hey, market, what are you telling us now? And we'll take another look at it then. But check back soon. I'll give you another update on Tesla just as soon as it makes some more moves. All right, y'all take care.